Hi Sumit, here's a tutorial on how to make this mini cargo skirt. You could decide to make yours longer. It all depends on your preference. The real essence of cargo, whether skirt or pant, is to have multiple pockets. I'll also be sharing with us the things I wish that I did differently when sewing this skirt. My name is Veronica Adams Eze. Welcome to Vera Adams YouTube channel. So without wasting time, let's get started. Here's the pattern paper I'll be working on. I've gone ahead to mark the starting line, and that will serve as the waistline, and from that point I'm going to measure 8 inches, and that will serve as the hip line. For the length of the skirt, I'm going to use 19 inches. Once this is done, I can go ahead to impute the horizontal measurements. I'll start from the waistline. I'll take a quarter of the waist measurement, which is 6.5. I'll move down to the hip line, and a quarter of the hip measurement is 9.25. I'll repeat the same hip measurement on the skirt length. If you want it fitted around the hem of the skirt, then you have to reduce the hip measurement by 1.5 inches. Moving now to the waistline, I'm going to take out 1 inch for the band. You can do 1.5, you can do half of an inch. It all depends on what you want. Now move on to create pattern for the pocket, and I'm going to mark 2 inches away from the center, and then I'll go ahead to create the space for the pocket. This pocket has a length of 6.5 inches and a width of 5.5 inches. I later adjusted this to 1.25. Remember that I marked 2 inches earlier away from the center front. I decided to adjust that, and rather I marked 1.25. So I'm still trying to maintain the same width. So I'm going to be adjusting it on the other hand so that I have 5.5 inches at the end. At this point, we're done with the drafting of the front piece of the skirt, and we're going to move on to cut it out. To draft the back piece, I'm going to place the front piece on a fresh paper. I'm going to mark the curve for the butt. The back will not be straight because of the curve for the... And then I'll mark 1 inch for the zipper. Every other thing remains the same. It is important to note that we will not be attaching a zipper to the back piece of the skirt, since the zipper is going to be on the front. So you can as well cut the back piece as one piece, just as we cut the regular front piece of a skirt. But I just chose to make mine a 2-piece, like we do for regular back skirt. So we'll be closing the zipper area up. Here's the fabric that I'll be using for this tutorial. It is called a chinos fabric. I don't know what this is called in your area, but here it is called chinos, and I have 2 yards of this, which is enough for what I want. So I'll go ahead to place the pattern paper right here on the fabric. Because we'll be attaching a zipper to the front piece of the skirt, it is going to come in 2 pieces. Normally when we fold or cut out a skirt, it's usually on fold, so it comes out as a piece, just 1 piece. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll be cutting it such a way that we have 2 pieces. There'll be a joining at the center front. Hope you understand this. I went ahead to add 1 inch at the bottom of the skirt for hemming, and I've gone ahead to add half of an inch on the other side of the skirt, as well as the center front. Moving on to the back piece, I'll also go ahead and add seam allowance all around, and of course 1 inch at the hem of the skirt, just as we did for the front. We've already added the zipper allowance, so there's no need to add anything at the zipper region. So now we're done with the cutting for the front and the back pieces. So I'm going to go ahead to detach the pattern paper from the front piece so that we can cut out the pockets on the pattern paper. Remember that for the pockets, we'll be ignoring the zigzag line and then we'll be cutting out the straight line. Now that we have cut out the pocket, I'm going to differentiate between the up part and the down part. The up part is the part that faces the waist, while the down part is the one that faces the hem. I will take this and cut it out on the fabric. We'll be needing 4 pieces of this since we have 2 pieces at the front and 2 pieces at the back. And before we cut out, we'll be adding 1/2 inch all around, except for the upper part of this pocket, which will be adding 1 inch to. Here is just 1 piece of the pocket, so after cutting this out, I'll go ahead and cut 3 more pieces. So right here, I'm cutting out the 4th piece. For the rope around the pocket area, I went ahead to fold the fabric just as you're seeing me doing here. I didn't really use any length to be precise, just make it very long, but the width I'll be using is 1.5 inches so that at the end of sewing and turning inside out, I have 1 inch. I will then use this to cut out other pieces. And now we can move on to the pocket cover. So I'm going to cut the pocket cover to be exactly the same width as the pocket. And for the length, I'm going to have 3 or 3.5 inches on fold. For this particular pocket cover, I used 3.5 inches on fold. Since we have 4 pockets, that means we need to cut out 4 pocket cover. So now that we have cut out the pockets, the pocket covers, the rope for the pockets, we'll move on to cut the flap on which the zipper will be fixed. I placed the fabric on fold because I want to cut the 2 flaps together. I should be having 2 pieces for the flap. So I'm using a length of 9 inches and a width of 2 inches. And I'll go ahead to cut it out. Now that we're done with the cutting, it's time to start putting these pieces together. So here are the pieces for the front. Don't forget that we have 2 pieces for the front. And here are the flaps. And here is the zipper that we're going to be using. I couldn't get the exact color, so I had to make do with this. Placing the 2 front pieces together, right side facing right side, I'm going to go ahead to mark 7 inches, and on that point I'm going to make a notch. I'll open it up, bring in the flap and move ahead to attach the zipper. The 2 flaps here are for each of the front piece, so I'm going to start by attaching the zipper to the right side flap of this skirt. Once this is done, I'll go ahead to bring in the right side of the skirt and I'll place it directly on where we attach the zipper to the flap, just as you're seeing me doing here. Now I can go ahead to stitch it down like so. Here is what it looks like after I was done stitching. You can as well run a top stitch right here if you want, but I don't. I'll bring in the left piece of the front and I'll also bring in the flap for it. I'll go ahead and place the flap directly right side facing right side. That's the flap and the skirt, and run a stitch just as you're seeing me illustrating here. I will then go ahead to run a top stitch right here from the top to where we have the notch. I needed to explain this. When I mean the right side, I'm talking about my own right side. So where I'm saying is the right side is actually the left side of the skirt, and where I'm saying is the left side is actually the right side of the skirt. I hope you understand. I hope this is not confusing. I'll go ahead to lay this open I'll open it up and then I'll bring in the other side. I would align both together, making sure that the notches align, the notches for the left and the right piece, they align. Once they do, I'll go ahead and run a stitch right from that point. I'll go half an inch above the notch and then I'll run a stitch till I get to the bottom of the skirt. If you start sewing from the notch or below the notch, you're going to have opening, which is not right. So start half an inch above the notch part. So here is what it looks like after I was done sewing. Once I flip this, we would realize that the zipper is only attached to one side of the skirt, so we need it to be on the other side of the skirt as well. I'll then bring in my pins and attach it to the other skirt flap, and then I'll go ahead to stitch it down. After I'm done, this is what it looks like. So at this point, we have the zipper attached to both sides of the skirt flap. Turning over to the right side, I'll go ahead and stitch along this area that I'm illustrating here in a curved manner, following the shape of the flap. But when doing this, you need to ensure that the flaps are laying open flat. If not, if they are together, when you sew along that side and you open the zipper, it will still be closed. But if you open it up, you will have the right thing. So make sure that they are opened when you are running the stitch on the front. Now that I'm done with this, we can proceed to attaching the pockets to the skirt. I've already gone ahead to fold in the pocket with the allowance that we left. I used 1 inch for the up part, then on the side half of an inch, and also on the bottom. So I've gone ahead to run a stitch around it for the 4 pockets. Here is the pocket cover. I'll also take half of an inch at both sides. I'll fold it and then take half of an inch on both sides. I'll go ahead and do this for the 4 pocket covers. In order to get the exact position where I marked for the pocket on the pattern paper, I'm placing the pattern paper right on the fabric. So I'll go ahead to mark it out. I'll place the pocket right and then I'll pin the pocket right on that opening, and there's where we would sew down the pocket. I'll go ahead and repeat the same process for the other side of the skirt as well. Since the rope will be attached to the pocket, we need to bring in the rope and stitch it down. So we'll be using half of an inch to stitch it down. So here is what we have. I've gone ahead to press it, and that's why it's laying flat. So right here, I'm ensuring that the distance that we have from the center to the pocket is same for both sides of the pocket. I've gone ahead to insert 1 piece of the rope to the bottom pocket. I have about 8 inches left of the rope after the hem of the skirt, so you can determine whatever you want for yours. I'm also making sure that the rope sits at the mid of the pocket, and then I'll go ahead to pin it down so it is easy when I sew. So now I can go ahead to run the stitches from this point down to meet the rope, then to the other side. I'll go ahead and repeat the same process for the second pocket as well. Before I go ahead to sew it down, I'll bring in the pocket cover, and here it is after I went ahead to stitch it by the sides. I'm turning this inside out. Then I can go ahead to place it right above the pocket, and if you can see, it is of equal width. So I'll go ahead and run a stitch just as I'm illustrating here. But before I do this, I'll make sure to run a top stitch around the pocket cover. I'll take it to the sewing machine and come back to show us what it looks like. So here I'm done sewing, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, I also went ahead to attach the rope to the pocket cover. I would explain this on the second pocket. So right here is the pocket cover. I'll go ahead to run a stitch I'll stitch it down with 1/2 inch. But before I do this, I'm going to go ahead to bring in the rope and place it this way, making sure that it's at the midsection of the pocket. Please ensure that you place the rope exactly as I'm placing it right here. Once the rope is in place, you can go ahead to bring in the pocket cover and then run a stitch together, so you're securing both the pocket cover and the rope at once. Once this is done, you can go ahead to run a top stitch right on the pocket cover and the rope together, so it gives you exactly what we have on the front pocket. This is what it looks like on the wrong side. You can see that it is very neat. So I'll go ahead to bring in the back pieces. Here they are. I've gone ahead to attach the pockets on the 2 back pieces. I'll also go ahead to attach the pocket cover, but I didn't attach rope to this part. If you would like to attach rope to it, just do it the same way that we did for the front piece. So I actually wish that I didn't follow the length that I used to place this pocket for the front here at the back. You remember the way we placed the pocket for the front. I also went ahead to do same for the back, but I realized that I shouldn't have done that. I should have come up by about 2 inches so that it stays on the board. The next thing to do is to go ahead and join the back piece to the front piece on the side. So I'm going to attach a piece of the back to the front and run a stitch, I think 1 inch. Yes, and I want to say this, that when you're making this type of skirt, do not have too much allowance because you don't want it to be bulky. Chinos is actually a thick fabric, so you might eventually need to trim the allowance after sewing. So I've gone ahead to join it on both sides, and here is what it looks like. I'll open it up because we need to attach this cover here, right here, just like about 1/2 inch below the pockets here. So right here, I'm going to go ahead to run a stitch and also go ahead to run a top stitch. I'll repeat the same process for this other side. Make sure to get the midpoint of the pocket cover before sewing down. Here is what it looks like after I was done sewing and I went ahead to top stitch on both sides. So I have one on the left side and one on the right side. So at this point, we can go ahead to stitch the back area from top to the bottom. Since I don't want any bulkiness, I'll go ahead to trim this off. All that is left now is to insert the band. But before I do that, I'm going to go to measure what we have right here on the waistline, so that we know if we have excesses or we have shortage. So right here we have 27 inches and I want 26, so I'll go ahead to take 1/2 inch on both sides of the skirt. Right here is the piece for the band and I have 3 inches for the width. I'm going to go ahead to fold so that we have a band of 1 inch. I just want a 1 inch band. In fact, I think I would have preferred 1/2 inch, but I think 1 inch is fine. I eventually did a little below 1 inch. That's about 1/4 below 1 inch. It is important that you measure this as you go so that you have something that is equal. So you don't have one edge different from the other. So at this point, I've gone ahead to stitch it down. I'm cutting the excess of the zipper and I'll go ahead to close this up. And once we're done with this, that means our band is ready. If you saw this video to this end, I want to say thank you for watching. If this is your first time here, I want to say welcome. Do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you found this video useful, do not hesitate to give it a thumbs up by clicking on the like button. Do well also to turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified each time I upload a new video. At this point, all that is left to do is run a top stitch right on the front side so that we can close the band up. And here it is after I was done stitching. You can see how it is looking like. I also went ahead to hem the bottom by stitching it down. I went ahead to attach press button right here because it was the only thing that I had at the time that I was making this video. And now we've come to the end of this tutorial. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.